Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? We have the 911 tapes. I want to thank Kelly for sending us a copy of these from the shooting today that happened in Las Vegas early this morning, about 1 a.m. Eastern time, last night around 10 p.m. there in Vegas. And I want you to listen. We're going to listen to some of it. Obviously, it's a very sad, bone-chilling report. So here we go now. 911 tapes from last night, the Las Vegas massacre.
Control 374. Medics are asking if they can go to Four Seasons Boulevard or if they can have officers drive the vehicles that are there with injured civilians down to a safe area. Control 367, staging. I have strike teams available. I need to know where I need to deploy them. 374. Medics are saying that there's any reports of civilians and vehicles that are injured at Four Seasons on the Boulevard. They can't get to them safely, but if officers can drive those vehicles to a safe area, they can service them. What's the location? What was the location of those injured people? The reports are Four Seasons and Las Vegas Boulevard.
Control 792. We are near the sports book in Mandalay Bay. We have one male wearing a WMA, it looked like maroon or black shirt. He didn't listen to us.
Copy.
In toward the Delano, if there's anybody in there.
Please be advised, white male, maroon or black shirt just walked back into the Delano, not listening to 792 from the sports book.
Control 051. Whoever's up on the 32nd floor, I need to know how many security keys they have with them right now.
592, can you advise how many keys you have?
I have security with me. That's one officer and about 8 officers with me in the stairwell. Right outside the vessel.
There you could hear he's saying, I need to know how many people are up on that 32nd floor. I got 8 officers. We got to get up there. Let's listen.
Units be advised.
Victor, I have the hallway on the 32nd floor. I have the security manager with me.
How many keys do you have? That's all I need to know.
Units be advised, the subject possibly has a possible suspect pinned down at Industrial and Circus. If there's a unit, I can ATL on that.
I have one set of keys.
Control 1084, we're going to have a lot of people self-transporting in pickup trucks and whatnot to the hospital. Can you advise the hospital?
Copy.
Control 765.
75.
Just confirming, you're running this off the convention center, or are we on the 10-5?
I'm still on the channel.
Okay, just be advised that we have the artists that are on the bus. They're west of the stage. Their manager is very adamant, and the actual citizens, the artists, do not want to exit the buses.
Confirm they do not want to exit the stage.
That's affirmed. We're going to try to figure out how we're going to exit them out, develop a route for them to get out the east end.
744, just reiterating, we have a team that's on the 2nd floor of Mandalay Bay, and we're slowly working up.
Control 765. We should probably split the channel for this event because of that.
You can hear what he's saying. We've got a team on the 2nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel. They got to get to the 32nd floor. They're on the 2nd floor. He asked, how many keys do you have to the room? He said, I have one set of keys. He had a team of 8 men. He's on the 2nd floor, and he's trying to get up to the top. Someone makes a statement, maybe we should switch to a different channel.
Contact the shooter team going through Mandalay Bay so they can have the radio.
Control 330.
330.
UMC is at capacity for victims unless it's life-threatening. UMC is at capacity.
Copy. All units be advised, do not transport to UMC unless life-threatening. I'm going to go to Valley.
Control 35 SE, we got multiple reports of shots fired inside New York.
Copy. Units be advised, possible shots fired at New York.
Receiver 20 is at the end of the hall.
Receiver 20, rebase.
We are at the end of the hall next to the target.
He just said we're in the hallway next to the target. He's whispering as he's talking on the phone, so you can hear what's taking place here. As he's whispering, he realizes he's right next to the room where the target is, there on the 32nd floor.
I'm sorry, I still can't hear you. There's a lot of background in here.
Control 1 out of 23, somebody just walked up toward the code units just north of my location. I'm on Mandalay Bay and Las Vegas Boulevard, northbound. Sure, I don't know if there's units over there or not.
Copy. We do have 415A at New York.
20. That's
020, we are at the end of the hall next to the target.
Okay, you can hear them whispering now as he said, we're next to the room, we're in the hallway next to the room of the target. And he's starting to whisper into his radio because he doesn't want Stephen Paddock to realize that they're right outside the door.
Well, that traffic at New York, New York?
We're getting a 415A. The advisor was a shooter at the front desk, New York, New York. And everyone is in the kitchen. And zebra turning will be at the end of the hall near the target.
Citizens advised me a vehicle, a black Audi, in the valley of the Luxor, possibly has a 445. He said has wires sticking out, so don't let any officers go through the valley of the Luxor.
Copy. Officers, do not go to the valley of the Luxor. There's possibly a black vehicle with a 445. There's wires hanging out. 6-3, where's that? The Luxor Valet.
41. We are getting people there. There's someone at the New York. I'm right here on Tropicana, across from the New York, New York. So 654 made it to New York, New York. If a team wants to meet me there. Sarge, 8 Mary 57, we're en route to you. Copy. Meet in the North Valley, the South Valley.
Control 020, we are at the end of the hall. We are going to be peeking out into the hallway. Those officers that are down the hall, you need to acknowledge so we don't have a crossfire.
So you just heard him say we're at the end of the hallway. So they're on the 32nd floor. We're on the end of the hallway. And let the other officers know that are on the other end of the hall so they don't shoot each other in a crossfire. So we have two different teams. One's on one end of the hall, one's on the other end of the hall, and the room, they're creeping up on the room, but they don't want to make sure they don't shoot each other in case Stephen Paddock comes out of the room, guns blazing. Are you serious? Again, I want to thank Kelly for sending us these 911 live 911 tapes.
Copy. Officers on the...
I can acknowledge. Go ahead.
Verify 182 SE.
Five's on another channel. What do you need?
Channel 051.
Squawks and close.
In reference to 415A at New York, they're advising the active shooters possibly coming down the escalator from New York to Excalibur.
Control 341. We have any units down there?
There's a unit on the 415A at New York, advised. I'll put you on that separate 415A.
654. I'm in that area.
654.
Can you advise the area unit so I can start looking for him over there? Control 335 Zebra.
335 Zebra.
Yes, ma'am. I need to know where patrol is inside Mandalay Bay. Where they are so we can send our tactical teams to take those spots.
363, we are working on that right now.
335 Zebra 677 Victor. I have the hallway of the suspect room on the 32nd floor.
Full 790. I have two strike teams, main valet entrance of Mandalay Bay on the casino floor and one on the second floor.
792, I got my 8-man element. We are right in front of the sports book. We're going to be working our way to a theater that's right next to it. It's got 1,000 people inside and nobody watching it.
Control Emery 61.
Emery 61.
335 Zebra 020.
Control 363, do you have any updates on New York, New York?
Control 341 DC. I'm going to be in charge of all strike teams at Mandalay Bay. I'm headed down there right now to set up a CP at Mandalay Bay.
I mean, we have advised.
5 Zebra 020. 335 Zebra 020.
186 SC, we got another GSW at the Motel 6 with 3 shots.
Copy.
Control 656, I'm still on CCAS channel. Do we have a 415A at New York, New York?
It originally came in saying many subjects were down. There's one that came in at 2306 hours, secondhand advice there was a shooter at the front desk of New York, New York.
Pocket security here. Right outside the New York, New York.
And there's approximately 150 subjects sheltered in place inside the kitchen area there. And 2 shots were fired inside casino floor. And there's several subjects down at New York, Zoomanity, and being taken towards the parking 6-3.
So you hear what's taking place. There's another shooting going on at New York, New York. 2 shots fired. The suspect was at the front desk. People ran into the kitchen, sheltered in place. Police are headed there with a SWAT team. Simultaneously, we have the guy up on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino raining bullets down on top the concert goers outside at the Jason Aldean concert. So it's a chaotic situation, and you can hear that there is strike teams on the second floor, strike teams down in the lobby, and strike teams on either end of the hallway of the 32nd floor as they're creeping up on the suspect's room, of course, Stephen Paddock. Now, I have a full profile now on Paddock. I got more information for you. I got brand new info that I'm going to bring out for you. It's going to blow your mind. Wow. The guy was a millionaire. He owned several homes. He was gambling $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a day. He had unbelievable amounts of guns and ammunition in one of his homes. He had a home in Mesquite, Nevada, and a home in Reno. He had converted to Islam several months ago, but his brothers had no idea about it, and his father, Benjamin Paddock, was once wanted by the FBI as one of the top 10 most wanted lists because he was a bank robber. He robbed banks, he broke out of prison, he robbed more banks, and he was determined, and he was psychoanalyzed and was declared a psychopath. His father. Now, Stephen Paddock also has a brother that lives in Orlando, Florida, and another brother that lives in California. Neither one of them had a clue, they say, that of what their brother was all about. Now, Stephen Paddock was a millionaire who was once an accountant who worked for Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin. So all this information just now coming out, an incredible situation. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. But we're in the last days.
Control 653. Is that the Hell's Security?
No answer, New York Security. 363.
10, if there's not already 2 strike teams en route, send 2 strike teams en route. They need to advise their call sign, and we need updates as soon as they get there to New York, New York. Break.
Cool. 654 in Valley, waiting on a strike team. Everything seems calm here, though.
363. The units that are en route to Luxor, I should have 2 strikes there. Tell